Hi guys. So, 4th of May. How did Beltane go for you, if you celebrate that? How did it progress? What did you burn away? Just curious. So, the format that we've been doing, we're doing the overview card and the 3 other cards, that seems to be working quite well. I'm getting a lot of feedback from that. So, I'm going to use both Stephen D. Farmer cards. And I'm going to use the messages from your animal spirit guides as your overcard, and then the earth magic cards as your general reading. No languages today because I haven't looked at any analytics this week. I really am slacking. I've had a busy week at my actual work, my actual employed work. Somebody described it as being mundane work the other day, which I guess it kind of is. It's not spiritual, is it? So it must be mundane. But there we go. So, I'll have you for this week's overview. Okay. In case anyone wants to know, that's the books that I leave in there. I don't very often get the books out, to be fair, but I do keep them as a complete set. So they are just in there with the cards. Oh, hello, you are busy, weren't you? Not doing very well at shuffling today, are we? Okay. So, our overview card for the week is get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. So this is, it's almost as though you feel you're on your own, but actually you're not. There are people around that are like you, that share your interests, and they're going to start making themselves known this week. I'll come back to this one in a bit. Okay, so bearing in mind that we need to get a group together this week, let's go on to the rest of the reading. So, clouds, shape-shifting. So actually something I was thinking about just now is that we are different people in different situations. So we'd be different with our family than we would be with the people we work with, or with the friends down the pub. Somebody you go to the cinema with, we would be different for each one of these. And I think this one goes deeper. I think this card is telling us that we are shifting into a truer version of ourselves. It's almost as though all of those different aspects, all of those different masks, they're all coming together to form one, to form a coalition. Something with a co in it. And it's making you who you're actually supposed to be, and you will actually stop wearing masks because you will be your true, authentic you. This is where your people will come into it. This is where your people will start to gravitate towards you. So, looking at things with a childlike innocence is probably the way to go this week. Stop overthinking things. Stop placing a bias on things. I'm being told. Possibly goes back to the shape-shifting one, in that you think certain people expect you to act certain ways, but in actual fact, unless you're being yourself, you're not being genuine. And children are pretty genuine, especially very young ones. I mean, sort of 2-3 years old. They're innocent, they're honest. What more do you need, So perhaps part of your shape-shifting is inner child work. Going back to what your childhood should have been, if it wasn't as innocent as it could have been, perhaps going back to the time when it was, or looking at it through the eyes of other children and noticing how innocent they are. And our final one is celebration. So there is a lot to celebrate this week. Not necessarily a big party or a big celebration or something like that, but just dancing for you, dancing to raise your vibration, dancing to celebrate yourself and your friends. I mean, you know, having a dance with some friends, it will raise vibration and it forms a sort of bond between you, effectively. So, the card that fell out. There's your overriding card. With your friends and all of this comes your power. So this is the week where things change, things move to the side, and you literally come into your power. You are literally moving things around this week to become you, to become a lot more authentic. That was actually one of the things that I put into my Beltane burning, was that I wanted to be more genuine. So this is kind of, I wanted more opportunities to be genuine. So this is kind of reinforcing everything that I've put into my Beltane rituals. And I think a lot of people are the same. I mean, I am so tired of how fake the world is and how, you know, I mean, it's like on Facebook or TikTok or whatever, you can have the most perfect life, but inside you're actually falling apart, you know. And I don't like that fakeness. And incidentally, my life isn't falling apart, but that's fine. So a lot to celebrate this week, but we still got the work to do. We need to put the work into it. We're not alone this week. We aren't doing this alone this week. There are other people around who can help us, other people around who've been there, who can show us the path, show us what worked for them, see if something else helps. And through moving together, dancing together, spending time together, whatever, we're going to end up moving into that power. Okay, guys, that's pretty much all I'm getting for this week. So have a good one. Let me know how you get on. Bye for now.